So, hello and welcome. This is a special live, and we will talk about the current situation between the Bangladesh Cricket Board and the Board of Control for Cricket in India, that is BCCI, and what is the role of ICC in all of this? What is the future of T20 World Cup? Where is this tournament heading after the BCB requested the ICC to move their T20 World Cup matches away from India, citing players' safety and security in the during the tournament. I'm joined by Shamikta. Shamikta, where do you stand in all of this? You have closely followed the story in the last couple of days, how it has panned out. So where does this all stand at this point, and what's your take on the entire matter?
Shubham, first, to start with some news update for our viewers. What I know that ICC has started drawing up an alternate schedule of that T20 World Cup, and it is a
Okay.
natural process. It it doesn't mean that the matches. They have already decided to move the Bangladesh's matches out of India, but the
Okay.
process has started to draw up an alternate schedule because
Mhm.
once there was the formal letter from the BCB, so ICC will have to do an alternate plan because to start with, Bangladesh Cricket Board is a full member nation, number one, and they are a participant as far as the T20 World Cup is concerned. So you just cannot throw their letter into the dustbin, ICC being the governing body of the game. So you have to go through the letter, you have to consider it. That's a formal process. All along, I think very quickly their ICC would come to a conclusion. I expect a decision within the next 48 hours. But along the way, back channel negotiations will continue. Back channel negotiations
Mhm.
that will continue. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see, because the fact of the matter is that we have precedents of ICC putting its foot down and not allowing a venue shift, or like 1996 World Cup and 2003 World Cup. Will come to that. But the
Even
recent
23 World Cup for that matter. Even 23 World Cup for that matter.
exactly. But what happened in 1996 World Cup? That was the height of LTT movement in Sri Lanka,
Right.
and Australia flatly refused to go there. So what Jagmohan Dalmia did, he sent a combined India and Pakistan team to Sri Lanka play a game to ensure that security is not a concern. And Australia, when they refused to go there, then they had to forfeit the game. They had to forfeit the points. Similarly, in
Right.
2003, England and West Australia refused to go to Zimbabwe because they were against Robert Mugabe's government. And ICC
Right.
didn't change the venue, and England and Australia had to forfeit their games. But recently, we have seen, a more accommodative sort of stuff, because the ICC, this the last one moved out of the after Pakistan and India said that they will not. Asia Cup, the Champions
Mm.
Trophy, and the Women's World Cup. I was forgetting that the Women's World Cup. They played their matches in Colombo at the neutral venue, India and Pakistan. There is a bit of commerce also involved attached here, but
Mm.
once there is later, and once it is a government's call, we have to take into account of what BCB did. It is not their call. The government asked them to do it, and the government said no, we cannot go to India, we cannot. And they didn't mention any specific venue. They didn't say no, we are not feeling safe in Calcutta, specifically in Calcutta. They have mentioned India. So from that point,
Mhm.
it's a government call, and government said. And we have seen precedents, recent precedents, that in that case, that country, that concerned country, is playing at a neutral venue. Where, just another thing before I hand it back to you, that the fact of the matter is that this time around we have a co-host. Sri Lanka is the
Right.
co-host. So it is not that big a logistical challenge, in the sense your broadcast equipment, everything is ready there. All you
Mm.
need to do is to make some adjustments in terms of ticketings, match allocations, and all that. But you don't have to make a complete overhaul, because the venues in Sri Lanka are ready. So that is one of the advantages. But let's see what happens. As I've said at the start of the show, ICC has already started drawing up an alternate schedule. At the same time, I want to reiterate that doesn't mean ICC has come to a conclusion. The matches will be moved out of India. Back channel negotiations will continue, and we expect a decision in the next 48 hours.
Rohit, a very important point made by Shamikda here that ICC has started to draft a revised schedule, but again, back channel negotiations will continue. But my question to you is will it be if this demands of Bangladesh Cricket Board is accepted are accepted by the ICC, will you be opening the Pandora box, or will you be opening the doors for all other cricketing nations, all other participating teams in the future tournaments? That they don't want to go to a certain venue or a certain city or a certain country, move to a neutral venue, move their matches to a neutral venue. Anyone can come up and cite player security reasons in the future tournaments and ask ICC to move away the tournaments. ICC, as the governing body, as the parent body, has to take some stance, so that all other teams don't come up in the future and say, no, we our players don't feel safe in that particular country, move our matches away from that venue. It will open the doors for other teams to do the same, follow the same path. What's your take on this?
No, but for that, Shubhanda, if everyone take that route, for that you have to see that what's the actual situation between the two countries.
Hmm.
We were discussing this since last couple of days, that if you can say that since 1971 to till now, this is the worst phase between India and Pakistan. You read everywhere, you hear everything. This is the worst phase between the two nations. What had happened also, that India, it's not initiated from it's from Bangladesh side. It's initiated from India's side, that they returned a player. They said to a player that you have to go back. You can't, go on with the contract, the KKR contract I'm talking about. I'm talking about Mustafizur Rahman. So ICC have, when you appeal against this, ICC have two strong points against all of this. The first thing will be that, okay, if everything is good, everything is okay, why you are sending Mustafizur Rahman back? First thing. The second thing will be, is diplomatically, internationally, politically, both the countries are friend at this point of time. Means diplomatically, you can say that Jaishankar went there a couple of days ago, but there's a lot of backlash of that also. There's a lot of backlash that why Ranchi is providing electricity to Bangladesh. There's a lot of
Hmm.
backlash of, if Bangladesh team come to ITC Sonar or anywhere wherever the hotel is being done, do they get the same kind of welcome that every team gets? Will they be also welcomed by the garlands and the petals, everything? If the notion of the country at this point of time is saying that we can't accept a player play in a league, how can
Hmm.
you welcome the full team? So ICC have, I think, two or three couple of very good points where they can say that if Bangladesh is saying something, if Bangladesh Cricket Board is sending a press release that our, they have sent back our player internationally, politically, diplomatically, we are not sharing good relations at this point of time. Because Shamikda gave a very good example of 2003 when England said no to.
Hmm.
There's nothing between Zimbabwe and England at that point of time. There's nothing border-wise. There was no war at that point of time. There was nothing as far as it's just the Hindi में कहते हैं मतभेद है.
Re-
It's
recently,
just
recently,
it's
Afghanistan, Australia also refused
yes,
to tour
yes,
to Afghanistan.
yes. Just before the T20 World Cup, and
Yes.
Rashid Khan very categorically said about that in the following press conference where they beat Australia. So it's
And he
all
took his
about and
name out of the BBL also after that move.
yes. He played for he's playing means he played for Adelaide Strikers, and he took his name
Hmm.
back. That I also don't want to visit that country if they are not coming to my country. So I think ICC is I think very where the intelligence part is that ICC know about what's going on at this point of time. And for me, that these couple of things will be where they can stand in. Last night when I texted in the group also, And they are tying on this only, that what Shamikda has just said, that scheduling will be the tying part.
Hmm.
Because but for me, where we can take this debate from here on is that is managing schedule isn't means, as Shamikda said, that we have another country at this point of time as far as Sri Lanka is concerned. But apart from the SSC and Premadasa and Pallekele, where Sri Lanka will play major of their matches, Australia will play their starting all matches in Sri Lanka. Pakistan will play all of their matches in Sri Lanka. Now you're saying Bangladesh also moved to Sri Lanka. For me, whatever I traveled in Sri Lanka, I think you can't provide Dambula as an alternate. Urban Tota is never will be a choice. Gaul will be never will be a choice.
Hmm.
So in these three grounds, almost, and what we discussed yesterday, that if you are moving a single team out of India, it's not only you are moving a single team. You are moving an England game also. You are moving a Nepal game also. You are moving a Italy game also. You are moving a West Indies game also. These all four games, three which they have to play in Kolkata, one they have to play in Mumbai. So you have to play all of this. And majorly the other teams have to play in Colombo. Colombo can only provide two grounds. Now, is there some kind of infrastructure which is going on in Colombo at this point of time? I don't know about that. That they can provide another ground. But I think if you see the schedule, there are multiple matches in almost after a day in each grounds. So I don't think that it will be very feasible for ICC also or Sri Lanka Cricket Board also to say that we can provide you games in these particular two venues. So my point is, and my problem is, and then if you see the schedule, if you move a Nepal game from India to Sri Lanka, Nepal have to play Bangladesh versus Nepal game, I think on 15th or 16th. So suppose it's 14th Nepal has to play one game, 15th they have to travel, 16th they have another game.
Hmm.
So this will be a issue can be created out of this. Suppose a big team has to play two games under three matches. They will definitely say this. As I mentioned in the last video also, that David Miller also said this in Champions Trophy, that yes, there are issues. There are teams who said that India played only in one venue and they have the venue advantage. So I
Hmm.
think there will be, in my point of view, it's not that easy, Shubhanda, that they can tinker with the schedule at this point of time.
Shamikta, BCCI coming across as weak in this entire episode. After the entire debate of Bangladesh asking the ICC to move away their matches, BCCI needs to defend itself. Security wise, this country has never been an issue for traveling teams. If ICC is drafting a revised schedule, and as you said, there will be back channel negotiations as well, and in during that back channel negotiations, BCCI needs to come across and put their points as well. Security wise, even when Pakistan traveled to India during 23 ODI World Cup, security was never a concern. Hospitality was never a concern. So if BCCI or even if ICC budge on to the BCB's demand, BCCI or India will come across as a weak nation or unsafe nation for the traveling teams. What do you think?
See, Shubhan, the fact of the matter is that I don't see a BCCI's role in this. I mean, I'm coming back to, I'm not coming to start with that
After all,
Mustafizur.
BCB is questioning BCCI's ability to host
Yeah, yeah,
matches in India.
absolutely, absolutely, and you are absolutely right. But I am going in a bit of a backstory in the sense that, see,
Hmm.
the decision to release Mustafizur Rahman, although it was communicated to KKR by the BCCI, and that was the right process, but it was not the BCCI's decision. It was not that the BCCI hierarchy decided. The tip off or the communication came from the government because BCCI couldn't supersede the government to do that. So it came from the government. So it was a matter of real politics. So that said, now BCCI, you have, as you have rightly mentioned, BCCI will present its case before the ICC board, and that is why they would be locked in a meeting. So that is the thing. But the fact of the matter is that at the end of the day, if by BCB remains stubborn that we cannot come, and if they cite the recent examples that Pakistan were allowed to play at a neutral venue when they cited concerns, 2023 World Cup was great. absolutely brilliantly managed. And I think BCCI is the best cricket board in the world. BCCI is the
And
best
after
cricket board.
23 World Cup, there was a mutual agreement between BCCI and PCB of playing their matches in a neutral venue. That's a separate agreement between two
That
boards.
was a separate agreement, and that came before the Champions Trophy, when India
Right.
said no, we cannot go to Pakistan, and we know how Pakistan's security situation is. So Indian government's fear or apprehension was very legitimate. And then at the ICC, they came to that over the neck during this right cycle. Whatever ICC games we have been playing, in any case, we are not playing bilateral matches. Whatever ICC games we are playing, we would be playing at a neutral venue. Now there is a commercial aspect here. India-Pakistan games are lucrative
Mm.
from broadcasters' point of view, from the organizers' point of view. It fills your coffers. India-Pakistan game, irrespective of Pakistan being very weak, and irrespective of Pakistan have become India's favorite whipping boys
Mm.
at ICC events. But India-Pakistan game, because of the nature of the rivalry, because of geopolitics, everything, it is commercially lucrative. Now, Bangladesh games don't give you money. Simple as that.
Mm.
It is as simple as that, because if
After
Bangladesh
this,
don't,
India versus Bangladesh might become a good match to
no,
for advertisers as well.
no, Shubhan, but Bangladesh here, the BCB stands to lose. If you see,
Mm.
India, the only top team who have repeatedly traveled to Bangladesh. When for
Mm.
the last time did England tour Bangladesh, or when for the last time did Australia tour to Bangladesh? I mean, those tours are very few and far between. But since, I mean, India played a role, Mr. Jagmohan Dalmia played a role to make Bangladesh the full ICC members, and the first tour, the first official test series they organized, that was against India. So, and from there, from that was at the turn of the century. So over the last quarter of the century, India was the only top team to repeatedly go Bangladesh, and India's visit to anywhere in to any cricketing nation, that fills the coffers. So Bangladesh, if Bangladesh stick to its guns, say no, come what may, we are not playing in India, then ICC would be left with two options. One is that to move Bangladesh's matches out of India, and that is why they have started the process to draw an alternate schedule, or to play the T20 World Cup without Bangladesh and incorporating another team. That would be too drastic a measure, and that I think at this point in time, I don't think ICC will go that way. But you don't know, because it's ICC's decision. But at the end of the day, the fact of the matter is that BCCI will put forward his decision. At the end of the day, whatever happens, it is down to commerce. If India lose Bangladesh's matches, I think the schedule would be drawn up in a way that the spectators, at be it at Eden Gardens or the one match that we have at Wankhede, spectators won't miss out, and it will be basically, at the end of the day, nothing is better than dialogue. Everything can be, I mean, rather than going on the warpath, things can be resolved better via dialogue. And that process of dialogue is ongoing at the ICC at this moment in time. That's why I said back channel conversations, back channel negotiations. Let's see what happens. But at the end of the day, yes, if ICC is forced to move Bangladesh's games out of India, temporarily, short term, people will say that yes, India, BCCI, maybe BCCI didn't do it rightly. BCCI lost out. BCCI could them some. I mean, there are so many
No, this is
detractors.
because this
Oh,
is not the only issue. Even during the Asia Cup, BCCI came across as a very weak cricketing country in front of Pakistan and Mohsin Naqvi's antics.
but then again, sometimes Shubham, there are two ways to look at it. One is that is one side of the story. But sometimes being able to negotiate and being able to, I mean, being sporting is not the signs of weakness, because only those who are strong who can show that kind of generosity. If you are weak, you are not in a position to show generosity. BCCI, because of the BCCI. And we all know world cricket doesn't exist without BCCI or India, right? So from that
Hmm.
point of view, so there are two ways to look at it. It's subject to interpretation. I would say that BCCI was accommodative as far as Asia Cup was concerned, and I mean, who became the laughing stock? Mohsin Naqvi, right? Because when he ran away with that silverware, when he ran away with that trophy, he sort of eloped the trophy like the trophy was his girlfriend. So from that
Ultimately,
point of
he did not give away the trophy. Ultimately, he
he did
gave it
not
to
give
the
away the.
man.
That's why I say
Did
the
not give
way
away
he
the trophy.
eloped, the way Mohsin Naqvi eloped with the trophy, it felt like the trophy is his girlfriend. So from that point of view, but who became the laughing stock? BCCI didn't become the laughing stock. India are the champions, and on the record book, it would be registered that India are the ICC Asia Cup champions, Sarka 2025. Right
Hmm.
now, when he ran away, Naqvi ran away with the trophy. Pakistan Cricket Board became the laughing stock, right? Simple as that. I don't see BCCI as weak in this conversation. Rather, I would like to see BCCI as accommodative. Let's see what happens until and unless the ICC release is coming. Everything is open. It is, I mean, all channels, every options are open.
Rohit, the examples which Shamikda gave at the start of this live 96 2003, where teams have not played, they have given walkovers in their respective matches. Do you think that is a solution to this entire debate, or do you think we can only look forward to a new schedule in the coming days or weeks, given current situation and how ICC has been accommodating other teams and their demands?
I think walking over. Then how many games will give as walkovers?
Walk over or
That will be the major.
replace Bangladesh in the T20 World Cup if
But
they
then
don't
that won't be the good
budge.
thing for India also. No, that won't be the good thing for India also, because you can't now. You already have relations not good with Pakistan. Now you are saying that you are not having a very good kind of relationship with Bangladesh also. So for me, and again the schedule part, yes. Um, Ultimately, if you see all the options, means what options can there be in front of ICC? First could
Hmm.
be they can tell to Bangladesh Cricket Board that please rethink. But because that was a
Hmm.
political charge thing, there can't be anything. There can't be a U-turn. Same goes with BCCI also. As Samikda rightly said,
Hmm.
that it's not BCCI who decided this. If BCCI has to take this action, BCCI never even taken the name of Bangladesh players at the early part of only, at the auction part
Hmm.
only. Because as soon as 16th of December, Mustafizur Rahman was bought by KKR. It was there in the social media that how can you buy a Bangladeshi player at this point of time? Because whatever is going on between both the countries, it's not very new. It's not 10 days old. It's
Hmm.
now having its own timeline from where it all started from. So I think from there also, and now to the schedule part. So the first two options could be talk to BCB, talk to BCCI. There won't be anything as far as changes are concerned, because this is a politically inclined thing. So the boards can't
Hmm.
do anything. Whatever what you were saying also, last evening, that can ICC come up with, take Bangladesh Cricket Board, take BCCI, and sat together and have some chat at least. What Shamikda also said, that sometimes it's all only about dialogue. How can you resolve a thing? How can you resolve certain things? We did it for the Asia Cup trophy also, but we didn't have the trophy. We tried that by dialogue only. We can get the trophy, but we didn't have the trophy. But that's a completely separate debate. So now the two other options could be that there was one option. There is one option also, but the timing of the elections in Bangladesh is very critical here, because on 12th of Feb
Hmm.
or 13th of Feb, you may know that which will be the new government as far as Bangladesh, the country, is concerned. And from 7th onwards, you have to play your games. So if this date will be little prior, or the World Cup date will be little later, you could find a solution there also, that there could be a potential change in the government and potential change in the decision making also after that. But
But
now
wouldn't
the two
that be too
options.
late? Like, I mean, two,
Yeah, yeah,
three
yeah.
days,
That,
one
that
week.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That and that's not guarantee you also, na. What if a left support government will come into the picture? So
Hmm.
now the two options could be what everyone is talking about. Either you change the schedule or you change Bangladesh. Now, changing the schedule, as I said, that half of the logistics, you were also telling this to me, that half of the logistics, half of the tickets, more than half of the tickets, and everything is already done. We are just 1 month away from the T20 World Cup. It's not a gully tournament. It's not Gokul Dham Premier League. It's a T20 World Cup. And you already have all the arrangements done. So my only point is, and I'm not talking about, let's take it like that. ICC can refund all the things as far as teams are concerned. What about the fans? Ultimately, you are saying that fans have to suffer, because if I am a Bangladeshi and I have a plan that, oh, I want to watch, I will travel to Mumbai city also. I'll watch Mumbai,
Bangladesh versus
city
Nepal
Mumbai.
is sold out. Bangladesh versus Nepal is sold
Yeah,
out already.
that's what I'm saying. Half of the games, if you see all the oppositions, I'm not talking about Bangladesh only. Half
Mm.
of the games are already sold out, because you are
Mm.
doing this World Cup in India, and it's not like that in India. Indian fans only watch Indian team. No, if there is a good cricket game, Indian fans will travel to that game also. So tickets you can refund, but what about if I'm a Bangladeshi fan and I've already done my flights, I've already done the hotel? Who will refund that?
Mm.
No one can refund that. So my only
Mm.
point is, ultimately, if you change the schedule, it will be only it will be only fans who will suffer the most from here. And yes, as I said, it won't be easy for the ICC also. It won't be easy ground wise also, because Sri Lanka is not like a Australia or a England. Shamikda is very senior and multiple tours. He has done, I think, he's doing tours from 2005, if I'm not wrong, in Sri Lanka.
One, two,
One,
2001.
2001. 2001. So it's not like Australia or England that you have 7, 8 grounds and almost the infrastructure wise everything is so good. Dambula is so
But
interior. Hambantota is so interior. Can you and again, one team means almost 25 to 30 people with a team. I'm adding everyone, 15 players, then your coaching staff, support staff, physios, everyone. So almost a group of 30. Now add a 30 to 5. So you want 5 stars, you want a proper logistics, you want proper transportation. Is Sri Lanka ready for that in such short notice? My only concern is that. Yes, Shamikda.
Mm.
yeah,
Yes,
but
Amit.
Rohit, there are two things. One is that just hypothetically, at the end of the day, if the matches, Australia matches, suppose hypothetically, the Australia matches that they would be playing in Sri Lanka, those were coming to India, and Bangladesh's matches are going to Sri Lanka, the vice versa. Then who are the winners at the end of the day? BCCI is the winner. Fans are the winners.
But
Any
Shamikda, Australia will say that we have chosen our side because of the conditions also.
No,
We
no,
have
that
to
is
play our
fine.
first.
We are going into that negotiations. That is a negotiation between BCCI and Cricket Australia, the two very good buddies at the ICC. That is, and once again, this is purely hypothetical. But eventually, if Australia matches are coming to India and Bangladesh's matches are going to Sri Lanka, then who are the winners? Fans are the
India,
biggest
India,
winners.
India. Yeah,
Any day
BCC.
of the week, fans would like to
Yeah,
watch Trevisite play rather than any Bangladesh cricketers playing. So that
little
is
does,
number one.
yes. Hmm.
Number two is that as regards infrastructure, Sri Lanka has some. It is unlike Pakistan, where you need to build infrastructure from ground up. Sri Lanka have pretty decent infrastructure. In Colombo itself, it has two venues where they can host matches. So from that point of view, and they can odd games at Hambantota, the one game at Dambula. They have hosted T20 internationals there. They have hosted World Cup matches at Hambantota. I covered World Cup matches at Hambantota in 2011. So from that point of view, it is not such a big logistical challenge if the tournament were being played in one country. In that case, you had to go for in search of a different country, a third country, to be
Yeah,
picked
yeah,
as a neutral venue. Here, the
yes,
broadcasters will be there. Oh, I mean, almost you need to take care of tickets in terms of the ticketing part, in terms of the
yeah.
hotel and the scheduling, and
Transportation
you
part,
still
security.
transport. You still have 1 month left. I think it is
Yeah.
not impossible. That can be done.
Hmm.
But that said, and
Hmm.
once again, I want to reiterate when I say that ICC has started drawing up an alternate schedule. It is no way am I saying that ICC have decided to move the matches out of India yet. It is a normal process.
Mm.
Once a letter comes, you have to prepare a backup plan,
Yeah.
and this is that process only.
Means they also have to search for their possibilities, that whatever can be done,
Exactly,
is
and it has
And
come.
rescheduling can be done or not.
And it has come from a you have to keep in mind that it has come from a full member nation, number one. ISIS, one of the
yes.
full member nations. Number two, one of the participants, Bangladesh, are equally important as regards vis Australia or England or any other team. They are on equal footing. If the letter would have come from England, the weightage it would have got, it is the
Yeah.
similar weightage, it is the same weightage it gets by dint of Bangladesh's status as one of ICC's full members. So ICC have to consider it. ICC will have to go through it, and ICC will have to draw up an alternate plan as a backup, because you never know at the end of the day what the board decides. It's not that the ICC. It is not the ICC chairman's call or or solely the ICC CEO's call. The board will decide, and it's a democratic process at the ICC. So we have to keep that in mind.
Shavik the
Maybe
Rohit, anyone can take.
you never know. It might be you never know. It might be put to voting also. We
Hmm.
can't rule out that possibility as well.
That would be interesting, but anyone can take this question, then we'll close the show. Can't ICC just say why they suddenly had security issues just after Rahman was thrown out of IPL? Can this be a valid reason by ICC to BCB of this sudden so-called security issue?
Rohit, you take it.
So, so my point is, if there is any kind of problem as far as security is concerned, what ICC can reassure Bangladesh is, let us make a recce team, and let us put all of them. It's not only about the ICC members will be there or the Indian members will be there. You can have your members. BCB will have their own members, and make a recce team. Go to the places. It happened before the 2002 2003 tour of India versus Pakistan, when Indian players said that we are not feeling safe. Rajiv Shukla categorically wrote on means mentioned this in his book, that Sachin Tendulkar called him from Australia and said that, sir, what are you doing? Players are not feeling safe to travel to Australia. So what the BCCI at that point of done was make a they started a recce team. They sent the recce team to all the venues where India has to play their games, and they came up with a report. So similar can be done here. If Bangladesh Cricket Board is thinking like that, that we are not feeling safe as far as Indian venues are concerned, they can make a recce team, put Bangladesh people also there, uh, you know, give them whatever assurance they want to have as far as their security is concerned. Because remember, what happened just before 2023 World Cup is also Pakistan is saying that we don't want to play our games in Ahmedabad. We don't want to play games at up north in India. So they have been given their favorite, means not favorite, but their choice of stadiums. They wanted to play their first game in Hyderabad. Okay, take Hyderabad. They wanted to play in Bangalore, Chennai, Kolkata, Ahmedabad. Okay, Ahmedabad they have restrictions, but India ultimately manage that. BCCI, ICC ultimately with dialogues manage that. So it's not like that it can't be done. But I think from the security point of view, if you are asking that why suddenly Bangladesh Cricket Board is saying that we have security concerns, there's a valid reason for Bangladesh Cricket Board. I don't want to be a hyper nationalistic here, standing here that no, whatever India is doing at this point of time is looking right. But look, Bangladesh Cricket Board have their point that you have sent back our player, without giving us any reason. Look at the press release, look at the statement from the authority, whatever been written or whatever been said, there's no reason given. Current situation, they have only said that, looking at the current situation, what is the current situation? We know what is the current situation. They also know what is the current situation. So basically, what can Bangladesh Cricket Board said can say, uh, you know, counter to this, that if you are sending our one player back and you are saying that no, we can welcome your full team, but we are sending your one player back. So this is a very particular point where I don't think, if there could be a reason, you have to mention this reason on the press release. When you said that we are releasing Mustafizur Rahman, why you are releasing Mustafizur Rahman? Give a particular reason. If that reason is not related to security, mention it. If that reason is related to security, mention it. In both the cases, you have to
Mm.
mention the reason. Otherwise, that's why, that's the only reason why Bangladesh is flying all the kites at this point of time, because they know that India won't ride that. It will be because of the security reasons. So my only point
Rohit,
is that Bangladesh.
sorry, yeah.
Yes.
No, no, please go ahead.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
I will
Shamika.
see.
No,
No,
done,
no,
done,
Rohit,
done, done, done. Yeah.
Rohit, the fact of the thing is that there is a little problem in this case because Bangladesh Cricket Board is purely incidental here. What I know that if Bangladesh Cricket Board would have had its way, then press release would or the letter to the ICC would have mentioned that please ensure that our players, our team receives adequate security while playing in India, while playing their T20 World Cup matches in India. They were reluctant, the board of directors at BCB were reluctant to go that far and saying we will not be playing our matches in India. But the call came from the government and the pressure came from the government. And it is that Dr. Yunus's government, they are playing to the gallery. They are basically, there is a case of power struggle in the sense that what
That I'm
some
completely
report
understanding.
yeah, and what some reports suggest, it is BCB is totally incidental here. Even the Pakistan Cricket Board's decision to play at a neutral venue, which the whole drama before the Champions Trophy, that came from Shehbaz Sharif's government. It is not that the
Mm.
PCB took the call. PCB was
Yeah.
just like a puppet, and here also BCB is just like a puppet. So from that point of view, and there are power equations, power struggle in terms of politics. There is a power struggle at this point in time in Bangladesh. Big, a general elections is supposed to happen in the first week or second week of February. But some reports suggest that Dr. Yunus's caretaker government doesn't want to quit office, and Khaleda Zia's son has come back to the country. He is tipped to be the next prime minister. There is a political power struggle is going on there, and by doing this, this caretaker government is trying to score some brownie points. This is the case. PCB
Yeah.
is just completely incidental here.
A very pertinent question to end the show. Ishmit has sent a super chat asking, so no handshake with Bangladesh too.
We
That
are
we'll
going
see in
back.
the future. That we'll see in the future. But no
Anyway, that's
handshake
I
with
think
Pakistan for sure. But I think no handshake with Pakistan for sure.
Are
I
India
think I
playing
think
against are India playing against Bangladesh at the at the T20 World Cup?
Not as of now, but
hmm,
there could be a possibility in the second round of the
Super
tournament.
8.
No,
In Super 8, if Bangladesh
in
defeat West
if
Indies and
Bangladesh
qualify,
qualify for
West
the
Indies, yeah,
uh,
yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
in initial
It could
rounds
be
they are not playing. Right?
no. It could be three potential means the opponents as far as India is concerned: Australia, South Africa, and then West Indies. If West Indies
Okay,
not, then it will be Bangladesh
okay,
right,
okay,
right.
fine. So we
So yeah,
can we can put the handshake issue on the back burner for this at this moment in time.
at this moment. Yeah. But
so I think
against
that's a good
Pakistan for
note
sure.
to That's a good note to end the show. I think this matter will continue for at least the next couple of days. Whether ICC bring BCB and BCCI on the same table and try to resolve this issue by the means of negotiation, we will see, or whether they will publish or release a revised schedule in the coming days. That we will see. But at the end, I think it's the
Just
fans who are suffering. Yes, Rohit.
Just want to add that if Shamikda is traveling to Sri Lanka since 2001, they have to give him a permanent residency now. Colombo is a
But as
beautiful
well,
place. What do you say,
The
Shamikda?
it is,
what
it is, it
the
is indeed.
best place to cover cricket, that is Colombo.
Best place to cricket player, yeah. Even
It is
me and
indeed.
Shubhanda can vouch for this.
Indeed,
Yes.
indeed, indeed. But yeah, let's see what ICC comes up in the next few days. But it's the fans who are suffering once again. Teams will get their relocated travel itinerary, their tickets and everything, but it's the fans who will have to lose their money once again, have to rejig their travel plans and spend the dollar from their pockets once again. It's the fan who continues to suffer. So let's see. What happens? Drop your comments down below in terms of what you think will be the ultimate resolution for of this entire debate, entire ongoing issue. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and keep following Report for more. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.